welcome.
Hooray!
To some new Overwatch, Dota. I'm here to put people in jail. A lot of shit going on. Tinker, mid lane feeding. 7, 8, and 5. Tinker buys back. Okay. Oh no. He almost got him with that Yules. Is that it, guys? That's what the report is for.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
How good that March one is. That March talent. Ooh, this is ambiguous. Well, okay, he's back.
You might wish to retract your last move.
That's not bad enough. I mean, homie definitely walked away from his keyboard after he died the second time, but there's no way we can call this feeding. He almost got that kill. It looked like it would be fine. If First Spirit was dead, maybe he still dies to Skywrath Mage, but... Okay. Well, submit resolution. Not guilty. I wouldn't even give an insufficient evidence. The game was like... I mean, the game wasn't over. Like, he could have tried a little harder, but who knows? He could have had something happen in real life. Immediately after he die-backed. You know. I wouldn't even give insufficient evidence on that. I don't think it's justified. Personally. Not guilty. Alright, give me some more. Decompress me. Suspicious movements and casts. Does anybody at Herald even know what that means? 3 kills on IO. 15 minutes in. Is he smurfing? His items look very smurf territory. 15 minutes in, he's got Ags and Helmet Dominator and 3 kills. Level 14. Like, is this guy a smurf? I mean, this guy's got to be a smurf, right? You don't like double stack camps. Like, there's got to be a smurf. It's unreasonable for him to have this much farm at 15 minutes otherwise. Camera controller here is really ass. I feel like there's probably no way this guy's gonna smurf, but what do I do? There's no smurf report button. Really? A mud golem? Okay. Yeah, maybe we should check one of these, buddy. Smurfing bastard. But why? I guess that was pretty fast. I mean, he just seems like obviously a Smurf. He uses this because it does more damage to creeps. That does like piercing damage basically, if you're wondering. And so it raises damage. I have plus 25 base damage. And then it can slow a little bit too. Even though the slow is pretty small. Damage doesn't get really good until 20. It's 90 each. It's like okay, but... Okay. Smurfing is cheating in matchmaking? No, that's not how it works. I wouldn't say that necessarily. This one's really good too because it makes you stupid fast. Well, probably just a lot of this. Him not dying. Basically just making good Dota decisions against worse players. I got the talent. His camera control is so bad. It's like not moving his camera enough. Farming. He really likes that slow creep. I don't know why. The other one just seems better though. It gives him like 100 movement speed. Look, yeah, you can't slow people, but like. I just don't feel like this creep is better. Micros kind of ass, but oh, there's his new item. Oh wait, it's a dire, it's a radiant one. Paladin sword would have done really good though. Why does he still have chipped vest? Man, I don't know what to do. Smurfing, on, according to Valve, is not a reportable offense, but fuck Smurfs. I mean, he can basically just go satanic here. It doesn't really matter. Like, it does decent damage. He can lifesteal with it. It heals other people. Once he hits 25, it's like, with the attack tethered ally, then it's pretty darn good. So with the Satanic, he basically is healing himself, which then heals the sniper. That's cool. And you got Deso here just to amplify the damage once it's 25.
Radiant's ancient is under attack. Radiant's ancient is under attack.
I mean, no. Negatively impacted their teammates? I mean, their teammates reported this guy, right? Like, if you're trying to get a new player into Dota, do not have them play with real people right away. Play against bots for a bit. Guilt on abusive behavior. Behaving in a way that negatively impacted their teammates. Ability abuse. Feeding kills the enemy. Dropping or feeding items. I want this to be an option. I want to be able to report people for smurfing, frankly. Like, that guy was clearly a smurf. It's very obvious. For a ranked there. But, like... But it's not the rules. The do it be the change. It doesn't work like that, though. It's cheating, though. I mean, kind of, yes, but it, I mean, according to the words, it doesn't negatively impact their teammates, you know? No, you don't see who reported him. I think I shot through insufficient evidence. Sorry, guys. What am I supposed to do? Lie? I don't do that. No lying here. He's boosting, which is going to cause his teammates to lose in the future. How do you know he's boosting? How do you know he's boosting? How do you know that he's directly boosting the people on his team? Problem is, like, Valve rapidly adjusts MMRs or whatever, but there's, like, not a good solution, it feels like. I'm like absolutely sure that was a smurf for that MMR, absolutely, but I don't know. I don't think it's not according, like, if Valve really wanted us to report for that shit, they would let us report for it. Like, they have metrics that they can basically say, like, weird, his GPM is really, really high for his MMR. That means we should boost his MMR a lot faster so that they rank up quicker. The problem is that those people just keep going and buying new accounts, so it kind of just continues. But there isn't like a good solution, because it just happens and feels like it's... I'm gonna give him insufficient evidence for obviously being a fucking smurf, but I can't give that guy guilty. Sorry, guys. They should be reported for sure. Not according to the rules. Doesn't affect his teammates in a negative way. They win. Like, that's what's tough about it. He's fucking the other team over, is what's happening. 5 players have a really bad time, is what happens. Enchantress, what are we doing here? 4 deaths. Okay, I like when people just don't start the... I mean, if I had to guess, she had a bad lane and now she's just AFK jungling. It does seem like she is AFK jungling, guys. Without taking control of a creep, which I would generally recommend. What's she laning against? PA, that's a Enchantress counter. And, bounty or something? Yeah, it's bounty. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to move this back. There we go. I moved it when I recorded some, and now he's basically just checked out of the game. Oh, he's off lane? Oh, this is way worse then. This is certainly way worse. Yeah, this one's not looking good, guys. He's looking a little guilty to me. This guy had a bad time and he's just AFK jungling. I think this is like a little too severe. So I think it's important to compare this to like past cases I've had. I had a case, I don't know if you guys saw it, a couple weeks ago where Crystal Maiden was just AFK jungling with like, I think she got Midas and shit. But what I think was crucial about it is that if there were fights nearby, she went to them and she used her spells correctly. This guy's actually just AFK jungling. I think that's the big difference maker. That like the other example of somebody like AFK jungling, that person was a 5. They should have been buying wards by all means. So they were neglecting their role, but they at least helped fight enemy heroes, which I think is a very important difference. So even if like if this guy genuinely believes that the best thing he could do after going 0 and 4 is to leave the lane in power jungle, I think he has to at some point help fight enemy heroes. I think that's like the big crucial definer about whether it's grief or not. If you do not help at all, then I think it's grief. So even though that CM like played their role in a weirder way, I think they have to purposely avoid fights like. See, like, this is evidence. God, if only he used. Oh, it's got a cooldown. Oh, that's a bummer. He needed to use enchant to remove him. That was good. Like, he moved over and he helped. Very great, right? That's makes it look not guilty to me. I don't blame him for dying there. He was trying to defend the mid tower. I really wish he would just take literally any of these creeps and help him jungle with them, though. I feel like that would make literal heaps of sense. Instead of just AFK jungling like this. This is not efficient. I'm sure of it. Not feed. So while he did go AFK jungle, the fact that he is eventually helping to fight a little bit I think is fine. He just got dumpstered in his lane and now having a bad time. PA is just like a hard counter to Enchantress. Blink Strike will offset basically your ultimate, so... Game is... Oh god, they're down 19,000. Alright, pretty clear. Not guilty, not guilty. Like, he AFK jungled too much for sure. But he eventually did help fight a little bit, and shit was like really fucked by then, so there's no way I would give guilty to this. Does not bother me too much. Was it only, yeah, it was not that many camps, absolutely. It was not that many. If he kept doing it for like 10 minutes of our whole, all these clips where he didn't fight heroes, then yeah, maybe I'd give him guilty, but he actually did go fight a little. She looks pretty cute right now. Another bed. Oop. Okay. How do you treat someone who is trying but tilts, for example, Finger of Death and neutral creep? That's not tilts. Finger of Death and a neutral creep is not tilt, that's grief. If you choose to use your ability in a deliberately false way, that's not tilt. Tilt is like you are angry and you are playing worse, so you are making strategic mistakes, or you're like death pushing a little bit too hard, or you go into a fight to try to get a kill that is just not really very realistic, but it's not like you're throwing your life away completely. It's like completely different. But he was he always skipped the end to make sure they still have items. That's a good point. I should have checked that. But he was returning to the same lane and getting killed by PA. Is this feeding? No. You know, you have to stabilize your lane. Sometimes it just goes really bad where they have a hero matchup disadvantage like that, and it's like your chances of winning are just hard. I TP back to my lane all the time and feed. It's like it's a legitimate strategy to try to like stabilize your lane, because you are sometimes getting things out of the lane even if you're dying. Where are we at? Shadow Shaman. Okay. Oh, we're started the game. Okay.
30 seconds to battle. The battle begins.
Guilty. Oh, this is pretty bad. Well, alright, let's see what he does now. He just moved his hero. This is pretty bad. He's clearly here, right? Probably alt-tabbed or something. I don't know what he's reading. But we're 2 minutes in and he hasn't done anything, so this is pretty egregious. What he does right now is going to change a lot. CTP. He's going to run top. Don't know about that one, homie. I mean... This is pretty messed up. Just AFK'd the first 2 minutes of the game. The first 3 minutes of the game. Like... Don't queue up for a game if you gotta do that shit, you know? He also didn't bring tangos, so... Like, just because you're 3 minutes in doesn't mean you shouldn't... He's gonna walk back again. Oh my god. Is he waiting for Arcane Boots? What is happening? Like, this guy's an ancient. This is like... He's not a new player. Good for him. Back to base. Feeding. Griefing, yes. Feeding, no. He has not fed. He's just playing, you know, he just like gimped it. He griefed his lane. Got him this time. Alright, let's see what he does now. He's almost got Arcane Boots so he can spam Shackles. The old level 1 Arcane Boots, normal stuff.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Good for Axe. There they are, baby. Hell yeah. All that mana he's got. Q's up Blink Dagger. Please use your mana. It's alt tabbed again. Yo, this man should not be queuing for a Dota game if this is what's going on. They're doing a good job punishing. That was good.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Joke's on you, it's in the lane. Yo, cast literally anything.
Dire's bottom tower.
Please. Okay, good. They denied the ward at least, but... Oh. I don't know, like, his AFK has really hurt his team. Now he's really behind in levels. He's bought a tome now to catch up. Never seen a level 2 hero use this before, but... We'll again walk to the lane. Good Hex, dude. Someday he will cast Ether Shock. You can cast Ether Shock at like, okay, there it is. 11 minutes to cast Ether Shock. I mean, he's trying now. He is trying to like stabilize his lane. But the problem is that he's so behind by what happened that it's already kind of ruined everything. And now it's difficult. For some reason, I don't think this one's going to help, you know. He's still trying. He just clearly had some shit going on. I just want to see if he does any more like major AFK behavior, because that would influence... He should be at this creep whip most likely. Arcane your team, you scum. Doesn't he give mana to his whole team? Why didn't he commit to shackling here? Should have shackled that guy. Oh Oh, he's dead again. Nice stroke ahead. Just a phase battle period. 14 minutes. The old max shackles. That is one way to spend your time. He's doing it! Okay, go ward the tower. No? Why would you not ward the tower? Why would you not ward the tower? I guess you could ward these guys, but... he's buying sentries and shit. Alright, guess he wants to kill heroes instead. I would have warded the tower though.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Oh, it almost looks so good. I mean, it's getting there.
dire.
Oh, wait, the one's first time. Oh, very good kill. He's showing up to kills. That's what a good teammate does. This guy's not very good at keeping those shackles going. But he keeps like running into enemy squad kind of things that look sort of okay but are really just not. Hey, finally got a full shackle off. I was gonna say, is that guy gonna die? I actually like maxing out Hex next. I think that's a good idea. Because he really is like a disabled person. I think those wards and sentries are good. Oh man, he did mess the game up a lot, but he's also really trying. This guy's like genuinely trying. Is that an Axe or something? No, just regular army. I mean, I can't help but like think that he's doing an okay job considering, but he did do bad stuff at the beginning.
Is under attack.
How much is the fact that there's a position 5 or 1x flavoring? No, literally 0. I do not care in the slightest about what, like basically what ways that like other people are playing their cores in the game. Like, this is not good. Alright, that's a little griefy. Just like baby grief though. Wow. That's a little overkill, but... okay. I think insufficient evidence is reasonable right now. But... I mean, again, it says feeding, not griefing, as well. If they would have labeled it griefing, I would feel better about this. They don't even know the right word. That word sucks. It's way too defensive. You need a little deeper spot when they're getting to you. That word's only going to spot them when they're already on top of you. Oh shit, this is a good fight. Should have ward trapped this guy. You should have ward trapped him and then shackled. This Bush Archer is a little bit vulnerable to the physical damage. I don't know if he would have killed him, but... Surprised this puck is not using phase shift. Not attacking anybody.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower.
Look at those last hits. Those was like burning. Yeah, they are. They just keep centering the same fucking places. Like, I look at this as like, yes, he should have not AFK'd for the first 3 minutes of the game. That really screwed his team over, but it's also like, shit happens sometimes. And he tried his hardest afterwards,
Dire's top tower
which is
under
commendable.
attack. Radiant's
Just go ward the
bottom
tower,
tower
dude.
is
If you guys
under
kill the
attack.
tower, it gives you more map control. Warding, like, no one's played over here all game. Why would they put observer wards there, you know? You just push 3 waves with this. I'm unsure.
Is under attack.
He has TP, yes. Oof. Okay, that one is a swift slash. Generally, you want a little bit farther back so they, I believe the game is over.
Is on.
Ooh, they actually almost got their ult there. Should go fight. But well, that just baited his whole team in for sure. You can't cast shackles for like 1 second and then give up. This is so bad to rebuy arcane boots. It's absolutely not needed. You could get HP, that would be better. I actually can't believe this has been 30 minutes of a game. It looks so boring to watch. It's just been like ass the whole time, you know? Alright, he's buying back a lot. That's kind of feedy. Go shackle, I like it. Drop the wards, drop, okay. Alright, Clink's kind of winning.